The phrase "everything happens for a reason" is often embraced in Christian circles, rooted in the belief in God's sovereignty and providence. While not a direct biblical quote, it reflects ideas such as those found in Romans 8:28, where God is said to work all things for the good of those who love Him. However, understanding this concept through the lens of Jesus, actual teachings reveals a more nuanced picture. What Jesus taught and didn't. 1. Jesus never used the phrase. Jesus never explicitly said, "Everything happens for a reason." In Luke 13:1-5, when questioned about a tragic event, he did not attribute it to divine judgment or purpose. Instead, he called for repentance and spiritual readiness. His focus was not on explaining each misfortune, but on encouraging transformation and faithfulness in response to life's uncertainties. 2. God's sovereignty and awareness. Jesus often spoke of God's deep involvement in creation, such as knowing when a sparrow falls or numbering the hairs on our heads. Matthew 10:29-30. This illustrates God's intimate knowledge and oversight. However, it doesn't imply that God micromanages every event, especially suffering. Rather, it portrays a God who is present and compassionate, not necessarily orchestrating every painful detail. 3. A fallen world and free will. The Bible portrays the world as broken by sin, where suffering stems from natural consequences, human choices, and the fallen state of creation. God allows free will, meaning not all events are divinely preordained. Many hardships are the result of this brokenness, not specific punishments or planned lessons. This understanding helps reconcile a loving God with the existence of suffering. 4. God's redemptive power. A key Christian belief reflected in Romans 8:28 is not that God causes all things, but that He can use all circumstances, even painful ones, for good. This highlights God's ability to bring redemption, growth, and purpose out of suffering, even when it's not directly willed by Him. 5. Active versus passive will. Some theological frameworks distinguish between God's active will, what He causes, and passive will, what He allows. Even in what God permits, He remains sovereign and capable of using those situations to fulfill His greater purposes. This helps believers maintain faith in God's goodness even when facing unexplained suffering. A perspective of hope. Jesus' teachings offer a deeper, more compassionate view than the simplistic idea that every event is preordained for a specific reason. While not every hardship is caused by God, He is always present and capable of working through it for good. This reframes the idea behind everything happens for a reason, not as a justification for pain, but as a reminder of God's redemptive power. Rather than seeking a reason for every trial, Jesus encouraged trust in God's presence, love, and ability to bring hope and transformation in the midst of a fallen world.